Hi, I'm Stephanie and this is my home, the 16th century Chateau de Lalande. Lalande was owned for hundreds of years by a family of marquises who were at the heart of French royal life. One of them even had the honour of being sent by King Louis XV to greet Marie Antoinette on her arrival in France. But, far from being a stuffy museum, this chateau is a living home. I live here all the time and am regularly joined by my mother, my family, my friends, and wonderful volunteers from all over the world who help me to lovingly restore this historic home. Welcome to Lalande, a chateau filled with life, love, and laughter. Ian's going to be showing us what he's done in the attic. He has started the great project. We don't know how to name it. We're thinking maybe storulation or insulage. Basically, we're insulating and we're storing everything that needs storing around the house in one go by putting a new floor down in the attic, which will be packed full of insulation to insulate the rooms below. And we're putting lots of old wardrobes that we've bought in there to store everything that needs to be stored neatly and tidily. So it's a very, very exciting project. Oh, look at that, Leclerc! This is where all the manly action is happening.
We may not look very manly when we're finished.
Whoa, you're having to do all of that by hand upstairs, all the way to the attic.
It will be 80 pieces.
80 pieces, wow.
Maybe more.
Can't wait to show you all how far Ian has got up here. This is clearly the room that we are storing everything in the attic, whilst we work on this room. I say we, that was the royal we. How's our work going on this room, Ian?
Oh, okay. This is the start of the first layer.
It's great, fantastic.
And then the board you see with the level on top.
Yeah.
That's the finished level.
I love how high it is, how much insulation we're going to be able to get in there.
Oh yes.
That is superb.
And of course it will level through with that room then.
Yeah.
So you can get that
Yes,
all
so we'll be at the
finished
same level as there.
Pretty much, yeah.
Superb. They will have to somehow work out some way of insulating on the other side. I don't know how we're going to do that because we've got no headspace there.
No, I know. David did say, could I raise that ceiling? I said, not without taking the tower down.
Yes, no, that's not going to happen. No, we're not going to be touching that one.
Maybe we can scrape away a little bit on the bottom there. It's a bit uneven.
Yeah,
I
perhaps.
think maybe we'll go with like something like the kitchen span or the span.
Yes, I agree. Something thin on that side.
It has to be. We've got no choice.
Because actually, could I use you as a model, please, Philip, to show how low those beams are?
Here? Or...
Yeah, in there, yeah.
Uh-oh.
So in that room.
Well, actually, it gets higher here.
Oh yes, it's way lower over the other.
Here, I have to duck. Well.
That's what I'm saying. The floor's
There, yeah. We don't have space to put that amount of insulation.
Oh, you mean, yes.
Yeah,
no.
we can't go up but much higher.
No, I think we're only going to get a chevron.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Okay, but at least this side, which is the vast majority of the wing,
Yes.
is going to be toasty.
Really good.
It's going to be glorious. It's such a huge space. Imagine the amount of wardrobes that we can get up here.
Oh, endless.
And sideboards and dressers, all sorts of things. I want to be the first person to stand on the new floor.
Well, I can look up to you today.
Feels right, doesn't
Does it?
It just feels
Sure
right.
it does.
This is great. It's so high up here. Okay, it won't be this high.
No, it's
a little bit higher there. So yes, I'm just imagining it now, picturing myself. Oh, a wardrobe, marvellous. Let's look for something. Oh, the Christmas decorations, all labelled neatly, lovely. Let's take those down for Christmas. This is working. I'm loving it.
Yes, yes. Unfortunately, that's last year's Christmas box. It's full of Easter eggs now.
No, there's a whole separate wardrobe. What? No. There's a Christmas wardrobe, the Easter wardrobe.
Just like the spice rack.
It's exactly going to do that.
Yeah.
It's great. One of the wardrobes has made it up already. Do you want to come look at this one?
Yeah.
I really like this one. Did you actually carry it up here, Philip?
Which one?
The new one.
The Empire one?
Yeah.
Yeah, with Steve. And Andy helped as well.
Thanks for doing that. That's superb.
There's another one behind it.
There's two up there. Oh, I didn't know there was another one in there as well. You brought two up. Whee. Great.
Wait.
But I get excited about stuff like this. It's the little things in life. Turn the wrong way. Do they open?
They do
Oh,
open.
they do.
We put them on some stones because when we opened this one, it came forward. As did the other one.
Can you imagine how much we're going to be able to get in here? Oh, it's wonderful. It's a dream. And I don't know why we didn't think of it earlier. Just lots and lots of old vintage wardrobes. Because we have this, I mean, look at that. Look at the amount of space we've got.
This looks like an entire flat.
We don't think we ever want to turn this into a room that we use all the time permanently because we don't want to disturb the owl, actually. We've got amazing air circulation, which keeps these old beams very, very healthy. There has never been any rot or problems up here. It's such a good roof. We're really blessed with the roof of this chateau. We have never, touch wood, in 16 years had a single leak here. On this side, actually the new roof, the 19th century roof, we have a little leak on in Natty's room. And I think a little bit in Marie's. We had an old leak in those. But here, nothing. It's a fantastic roof. So I don't want to do anything that's going to change the health of this part of the building. But that doesn't mean we can't use the space. And that I'm very excited about. But obviously to use it for storage, we need closed storage. Because the owl might roost on things occasionally, just settle for the day. So we have to keep everything neat and tidy away in cupboards. Oh, here's next bit of floor. Just keeps happening today. What a day. I keep saying that a lot at the moment. So much happening at Lalande.
At the other side, I found about 3 more tiles or 4.
You found another one?
Yeah.
Philip did say he'd seen a couple up here. I didn't realise there were
One
any.
over here. And this one. It's got a bit of metallic in it, but if we need to, we can always tuck it where it goes against the wall.
Absolutely. If we need to, at least we know we've got another one.
I think-
we're okay, actually.
I think there's another half one there, and
There are some pieces lying around.
Oh, and Philip, do you want to go look at the upstairs conveniences? If anyone gets caught short whilst looking at the storage.
Yes, I wouldn't get too close just in case somebody did.
This is the old servants' loo.
it's the 19th century one, right?
Yes. Yes, sorry, it's very dark in here. I don't know if you can
So many
see
tiles.
anything. But yes, I can see that. Very busily. All of this plaster's just been slowly falling down here.
Look at the little paw print.
Oh my goodness, that's a gorgeous one. Wow, let's look at this in the light. Good stuff. Look, that's one heck of a paw print. That's incredible.
Wow.
Look at those claws.
Right?
Yeah. I think we should probably frame that, have that somewhere. Don't you think?
Well, we should definitely not bin it.
It's a ghost of the past. Yeah, let's take it out of the attic because if we leave it here, it's going to get lost. I'm going to go and wash this. Then, and we can store it.
And I have another question for you, actually. As we're up here,
Yeah.
there are 2 bits that are not making sense.
Okay.
And there's 2 bits. One of them is right there, because that is a chapel tile.
You serious? That is a chapel tile.
See?
I didn't think we had any spare tiles for the chapel. Okay, that we may well need because there's some cracked ones in there.
Okay.
So that is very important. We have to keep that. That is really well spotted, Philip.
So there's that one.
Yeah,
And over the other side, there's one that someone...
an altar tile.
Yeah.
Yes.
But there is another altar tile
Yes.
in the chapel.
So I don't know why there are 2 altar tiles. It's a bit bewildering.
Should we put them in the other attic that's now being used for storage so
Yeah,
they don't get
absolutely. We've
binned?
got to keep both of them. Yes.
Should I get the other one?
Thanks, that'd be amazing.
So this
Yes.
is what I was talking about.
Yes, the altar tile I knew was in here. I didn't know about the other one. And it was being used to cover up a hole in the floor.
Yes. But as it will be laying in the
Oh
floor.
yeah, that's it. We don't need to anymore.
It doesn't have to be buried in there.
Okay, well, let's keep that. There's nothing on the back. Some people said that sometimes there's something inside an altar tile, but
I don't think
no,
so.
it just looks like a plain tile, that one.
But it looks like the engraving has
Yes.
worn a bit. It looks like that, like crosses and
What happens
circles.
if you,
Wet it?
yeah, it has got a bit worn, definitely. Yeah, we should clean it later. I think today we've already got our hands full with the amount of things going on.
Especially tiles.
Yeah, it's a day for tiles. It's an exciting day for tiles. I wanted to ask about the little loo in there. Can we raise the whole thing on top of the new floor so that we keep that
I thought I was going
thing?
to put a step in, but because height-wise, I'm sure we could.
Just to have it on top, just carry the floor across.
Yeah.
That way we get the insulation. Just carry the floor across, and then have that
give better insulation,
just on the top. Because what I like is the little footrest, and it'd be a shame to lose that under the floor.
Yes.
It's quite sweet.
Yeah.
It's really sweet. Yeah, we can just keep it in there, even though obviously.
There's not going to be a lot to it.
No, that would be great. Thank you.
No problem.
So what's going to happen to the door then? Because then it means that you have to get rid of the door somehow, otherwise you can't open it.
Is there a door? We can take this piece out, raise the door.
I think so. I think if we just take that top crossbeam out, then the door will fit even over the new floor level, and we can keep the original door that way.
If
There's the
need be,
door
we
there.
can utilise this little piece to either put a little headpiece in.
Right.
You need a little head because of the ceiling. Or if necessary, a little bit at the bottom.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I think that's great.
I think that's a good solution, just lift the entire thing.
Yeah. And keep that as a memory of the 19th century loo, absolutely.
Yes.
Right, I am going to soak this tile in my sink to clean it. And whilst that is cleaning up, I'm going to go and find electrician. Because now that Andy's gone, we can get into her bedroom and we need to work out where exactly the big chandelier from Murano is going to go in there when it arrives. This chandelier should be arriving at Lalande in a couple of weeks' time, and I am just so excited. But it's huge and we don't quite know where it's going to fit. Right, Ian, what we need to know is can it go in the middle there, which sort of makes sense in the middle of the room, but it would be off centre with the bed if we put it there.
It should be fine, right?
I think with the dimensions that you gave me, it's going to be too low.
You think it will be too low on there? 1 metre 30?
Well, you said it was 130 down, didn't you?
Yeah, it is.
When I had the ladder in here, it doesn't look like it, but literally 130 is about here.
Oh, that is low.
Yeah, I measured it. So it's literally
Yeah.
much my height. So I think from that point of view, it's going to have to go up higher. So you could have it above the bed or probably above the table.
I think above the bed would be concerning for anyone in the bed. Is it going to fall? Is it going to fall?
Yes.
So I think if it's doing that, it will be on this side.
So
Where?
it pretty much makes sense.
In line with that window and this window? So where the axis meets between those 2 points?
I mean, does it work for the table? Would you be able to move the table this way a fraction?
Then it wouldn't work with either the rug or the table. Well, current position of the rug.
I think we don't worry about the rug. I think this might not be its final resting place.
Okay.
This rug.
Yeah, you've got a bit
It
of
would
space
mean
by
that
the door
the
to pull
table
the rug
went
over.
here. Shall we see how the table would look here? It's it coming down here. Feels a bit too much towards the edge of
It looks really weird.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to look odd either way because you've lost symmetry.
So
But
you said you'd still be able to walk underneath it if it were to come down from the beam, right? Because you're quite tall.
well, yeah, but
I have a plan.
it depends on drops and things.
I think I've got a plan. That's why I'm dancing. Oh, it's just a bit far. I was thinking if it came down here, we could have something under it. I was thinking maybe like a bench.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
But it's a bit too... That's a heck of a bench.
So great for changing light bulbs.
Well, it needs a piece of furniture underneath it. How about the table immediately at the foot of the bed? And have it in line with the bed?
We could have a little.
Stuck symmetry because of all the electric switches.
Yes.
So if you have it here.
What we could do is, I'm going to go and get
A stick.
measuring tape.
Right.
You've got an old chandelier.
Chandelier?
Oh.
You're not planning on using it anywhere because you've had a few around.
There's all sorts of
hold it
bugs
up
knocking around.
just to give you that perspective of.
There's a couple in the
Space.
room we were just in, isn't there? Oh, it's so frustrating trying to get this up.
We are about 5 centimetres
I'm not even
away.
at 130 here, which I mean barely gives me head clearance,
Well,
and
it
I'm
was
not
roughly.
very
To be
tall.
fair, you are in heels.
True, very true.
No, but
Magnificently tall today. Yes, it's way too low.
Yeah, that's
So
not
if we
gonna
put
work.
That
Yeah. If we measure
demonstration piece.
that, the bottom of it is pretty much there.
oh,
Okay.
well.
So yeah.
I mean, it looks a little bit on the low side.
So people can't wander on it. It doesn't look bad, but it would
No.
be very bad for anyone tall, especially as it's antique glass.
Yes.
I mean, obviously I'm mainly worried about people's heads, but
For somebody like me, you need
I think it's not going to work in this room.
No.
Because off-centering it is going to feel cramped or odd. I think this isn't the room for it. The bathroom? I mean, it seems such a shame to hide it in a bathroom. What? This ceiling could take it. Remember, we're going to have a new window here one day.
Well, restore the old window.
Yeah, put the window back. This is the window that is missing from the other side as you drive up to the chateau. So if we put that one back, this is going to be just a beautiful, beautiful light room. And it would look great with these colours.
So how about we try and see if it will work in your new sitting room?
We can have a look. I think the ceiling's too low.
Because...
I think it's too low. It's nothing like this. We could also try Perse and we can try de la Tour.
De la Tour is going to be too wide for, I think.
I like oversized things. I quite like playing with scale. So I don't mind the idea of a very large chandelier in a smallish room. I think it could really add a bit of wow factor.
Or like, whoa.
A wow factor.
No. But they're like,
whoa factor.
Yeah, exactly. It's a very fine line. It does seem a bit misplaced to have it here in a bathroom.
I know, it's so gorgeous. We have low ceilings downstairs. It's so frustrating. So it's about 130. So that would actually work in this room.
It's central.
Yes.
Wiring is already up there.
So this is a possibility. We could put it in here.
Yeah.
And this is definitely higher than my sitting room. I think this could work really well. We can quickly check my sitting room, just in case. I see that you brought the new mattress in.
Yeah, with Steve.
Fantastic. Getting that bit by bit.
Yeah.
130. So that's
the same as the one.
yeah, that's even worse. That's way too low in here. Unless I permanently had a table underneath it. For example, in the axis of the two windows, that works because it could be above the desk. But I think having this big, magnificent chandelier is better to put it in a room that has the right proportions for it.
Well, didn't you say that wall's going?
Yes.
Exactly.
I am thinking.
I think width-wise, I think it would work better in here than in Tour, for example.
Maybe actually.
What type of? It's glass, is it? I'm thinking of how sunlight might come through it, and
it could look really beautiful.
Because you've got so much light in this room by comparison to the other rooms.
But that means moving the central wall light to the axis of these two windows and the fireplace, because I'm increasingly, the more time I'm spending in here, the more time I'm thinking my dressing room, which is this box that's been taken out of the room, will also be moved, because it's such a beautiful room. I can't describe how it feels to work in this room with the light streaming through. And there's another window there. So if we put another window, the same as that one here, it's just going to be a wall of windows. It would be beautiful in this room.
Yes, and then you've got, imagine, because people will be driving up and seeing the light from this one through the window there.
Yes. How over my desk will it come? I mean, obviously my desk I can move back there and have a round table in the middle of the room in future.
That's this sort of point.
I mean, if you have a round table in the middle of the room, it could, maybe with a vase with flowers, you could double as a little, I don't know,
Really
dining table or something.
Yeah. And I bought the other Murano chandelier for this room, the lovely bronze-coloured one, and that could go in the entrance hall.
That would look beautiful in the entrance hall.
Which is a much lower room. And so the smaller one would
The colours would be perfect there.
That would be good. Okay, fantastic. Let's do both rooms at once then. Let's do that. Okay, I'm really excited. This is a great day. I'm loving today. I'm loving everything about today. Thanks so much, Ian.
You're welcome.
Meanwhile, things have gone really well on the terrace. Look at that lovely curve on the cobbles, which are going to go all the way down there. It's looking good. C'est super. Félicitations. In the midst of all the excitement, we have suddenly run back outside because Philip checked online to see how we should go about cleaning them and realised that we are not supposed to soak in caustic tiles. Cement tiles do not like being in water. So we've come running back out and I'm hoping that we haven't already damaged them. It's time to get them out and give it another go. Hey Diesel, we've messed up, haven't we? Yes. Thank you for your support though, Diesel. That is actually much appreciated. Actually, look, it has loosened the back quite a lot. And the front, oh, for the moment looks okay, but I'm scared to speak too soon. I was so worried when I read that. We came running back outside to try to get them out of the water as quickly as possible. Well, let's get the pressure washer back up and running and see if we have an easier time on the back.
So you really have to do it with hand, there's no other possibility. But you see the water just made it a little bit softer.
Oh, the water's helped a lot. Wow.
This is the only way.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, this is going to be possible.
Yeah, just sit down.
This is going to be a fun day.
You take your time, yeah, that's the only way. Well, if everybody does a couple.
We'll get through them, yeah.
Why not?
Okay. But this isn't bad. And this was... We picked up 2 of the worst tiles.
Yes.
Some of them really aren't this bad. Yeah, there's almost nothing on that one. And it was really solid before we soaked it in water. And now it's coming off pretty easily, actually.
We'll still need to clean the tiles with a high pressure washer because of the rust that's on them now.
Yeah, I think we need to give them a hose down gently in case they have become brittle. We don't want to get it too close to them, but yes, I think we need to clean the rust off all of them. Luckily, it doesn't seem to have sunk in at all. It's just on the surface. I wonder if we could get, I was going to say, you know, you can get those brush attachments for drills. Can I give that one a try as well?
Just do it by hand, and because if you go then...
That's decent.
If you do it with a machine, it goes everywhere. I think that's okay.
Yeah? Okay, I think this is going to be doable.
Yeah.
Just have to get 240 tiles out of this now.
Yeah, well, I think it's not they will be fine.
I think they're going to be okay as well. Thank goodness. Now we're checking to see if they're stained or not, because obviously there's rust on them, and we want to see if that comes off. Okay, so I've got the pressure washer. I'm not going to go too close in case they are a little bit fragilized by it. But... Oh, that's a relief. Right, they look lovely and clean. So beautiful. Look how they're coming up. Actually, it's cleaned them really nicely. And you've got a new system, Selma, as well. Right, let's have a look at Selma's system. Shall I hand you a tile? Oh, this is quite a bad one.
First we try this.
So you've taken the worst of it off with that one.
Still a layer, eh?
Yeah, still a layer.
Dit is voor stone.
Okay.
To clean stone.
Yeah, the rooster, and I think that looks as though it worked really well.
I think that's the only possibility.
Yeah.
Almost. If you are in the rhythm, it goes quick.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe a day
Okay.
or two, and then you can.
Alright. Okay, I'll do them in batches once I've got them all out. I'm feeling quite pleased with myself. I've just moved 120 of these and laid them flat so they can dry, and I've been cleaning them in this position. I'm just doing the very last few, that's these. It is such a satisfying job. I'm done. That's the tops cleaned. Well, that was the easy bit. Now we've got to buy another adapter for Selma's machine so that we can sit and do the underside. And I'm really pleased with the way they've come up. 90% of them are perfectly clean. These are the ones I've just washed, but if you look at the ones over here that have been drying a little longer, you see just how pale they come up. They're very beautiful. They're looking fantastic and I can't wait to see them in place. I've run back to my bathroom to quickly get changed because the film crew for British TV have just arrived and we need to film. But look, I saw this has dried and it looks fantastic. It would be nice to use it as a paperweight somewhere. Right, I better rush out now.
Tea on the lawn.
This is Peter and Sophie, we're all filming together and Philip's just brought us tea. So we're allowed to stop. Philip, do you want some tea? 'Cause I've got a
I'm good,
mug
thank
ready.
you.
It's an excellent tea.
I know, right, and he's also an excellent tray maker.
Yeah.
Look at that tray. That's a thing of beauty. Do you take milk?
Yes,
So you
just
do.
a dash. Oh, thanks very much.
And you've even bought shortbread biscuits for us as well.
Yeah.
We are being spoiled. You can do
No.
that.
You're British, so I thought, well, can't go wrong with shortbread.
Not very British. I'm just a bit
Thank you
British.
very much.
You're Australian.
Yeah, I
aren't
was born in Australia.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, so drinking tea outside a chateau, and it's just the normal thing we do in Australia. All the time.
you? There's sugar there if anyone wants some.
Sweet enough already, thank you. Look at these, they're all matching china too.
I know, right? And look at, have you seen this one? This one's really cool because it actually says like things could be worse, I think it's called. And so it looks like a normal willow pattern, but there's like Godzilla, there's pterodactyls, there's pirates arriving. It's to remind you that anything could get worse in life.
It reminds me of the wallpaper from the Timorous Beasties. Have you seen
Oh
that?
yeah, really like that. The Glasgow
Yes.
12.
Yeah!
It's really good.
So good.
Yeah.
Violent wallpaper.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm going to leave you to it.
Philip,
Thank
you
you
needed that.
cheers. Fingers up, fingers up.
I don't think I can even do that on this one.
Pinkies out.
Are you trying to get my attention, madam?
Calling you.
Oh, whoa, look at this beautiful
We've
sight.
been sat out here for the past 2 hours and you haven't even noticed.
Oh no, I've noticed. I've heard nothing but giggling for the past 2 hours. It's just been adorable. Oh, it's beautiful. No one told me about snacks.
Well, this is a tray that
Marie prepared for you.
prepared for you.
Hey,
Maddie,
Stephanie,
you're amazing.
there's snacks.
Okay, I'm coming.
For you. Come on.
No one could keep me away. I'm coming.
But another table.
Of course. Philip and I are eating with the TV crew this week.
I'm starving.
I know, right? I'm so sorry. In this house, I always have to vlog before I can eat.
It's always been my mantra. Vlog before you eat.
Vlog and then eat. Philip, I really like what you've done here.
Thank you.
It's so pretty. Maddie's flowers and, even more importantly,
Marie's food.
Maddie's taco night. I love taco night. And I am really happy that you're here with us for it.
It's lovely to be here again, Stephanie. It's lovely to see you.
It's been a long day, right?
To meet Philip, it's been a really long day, but
Yeah.
we've filmed some great stuff.
Yeah.
I can't wait for anyone to see it.
Yeah, I can't wait. It's just such a long wait every time.
I know, tell me about it. I'm still waiting for the things I shot 2 years ago.
I know, it's so frustrating. Oh, this is a nice sight, Philip.
Yes, but not so nice a cook.
As long as you get in there eventually.
Exactly. But I think I managed. Yes.
Yay.
Anyone for wine? Red? Rosé?
Oui, naturellement.
Yeah, I'll have a little bit, definitely.
Here's to Lalande and all who sail in her.
Cheers! So good that you're here.
Lovely to be here.
Cheers! A huge thank you to all of our patrons at Lalande who are making this vlog possible, especially our Dauphin and Dauphine of Lalande, Yadel and Ether, Alice Allen, Dan Bander, Wailing Banshee, Brian Barnard, Brandon and John Michael, Cecilia Begum, Denise Behrens, Daniel Banakovic, Jill Bidwell, Candice Blackburn, Candice Ned Borkowski, Clara Butcher, Carolina Calabro, Chloe Chalakani, Lindsay C. Chelton, Stephen Sarah Cole, Zoe Dorks, Jim Demersman and Richard Patternord, Sakura Dennis, Zane Dixon, Jackie Ellison, Nicholas W. Fairfax, Tracy Ferrari, Caroline Förster, Fifi Greenberg, Crystal Hardy, Brenda Harris, Delane Hallbrook, Kim Hasselhoff, David Tong Henderson, Jacqueline Holmes and Ken Bates, Priscilla Hubler, Brian Kelsey and Phil Burnt, Jimmy Camp, Nadia Kennedy, Lisa LaForge, Dave and Summer Lalande, Morgan Lawley, Victoria Lapine, Janet Huff Lombard, Marina, Frank Martin, Meredith, Robert Miller, Joanne Morton, Kathy Norrie, JC O'Ward, Maureen Palmer, Teresa Sloan, Frank Poposky and James Snow, Tamara Price, Armin Rahman, Tonya Renee, RJB, Bettina Rojek, Hanny Ross, Mary Ryan, Elizabeth Scanlon, Sven Schreiber, Lisa Schultz, Jennifer Shanks, Carl and Laurie Siebert, Patty Suhu, Susan Stevens, and The Leaf House, Sarah Thornton, Colleen Troyer, Renee Valelli, Victoria, Jessica Walker, Brandy Walton, Laura Watkins, Lucas Wallen, James Whalen, Cheryl Whitaker, Linda Vies, Christine Wilson, Winnie de la Coppapoo, Greg Wood, David Young, and Ludovico Zordonazzo. And thank you to all of you.